Oh, Io Sky gets her opportunity this Saturday, Joe.
Looking at these two grasping that championship. What does the future hold?
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, and new
Acknowledge us.
Hey, guys, we're here at WWE Raw. We're here to talk about it. We are going to talk about the mistakes made with WWE Raw. Right now, we're going to talk about, guys, we're going to talk about mistakes made on WWE Raw that will leave you speechless. So let's tune into it. We're going to cover the recent Monday Night Raw for December 9th. And we're going to see the mistakes that was made on this show that could have been improved for the show and for the overall brand for it to get better. So you guys get the likes as you come in. As usual, let's do that task I always ask you guys to do.
Not real.
Trust me.
But that doesn't do anything, man.
All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about mistakes made with WWE Raw. Let's talk about mistakes that leaves you speechless. Figure 4 TV, salute to you. Let's dive into this go-home show, Monday Night Raw for December 9th, as we head into Saturday Night Main Event this Saturday, December 14th. We're going to talk about what went wrong with the show. Most stuff I noticed that I did not like. What could have been better for the show. We're going to discuss that right now. So let's get into that. All right. First off, the Final Testament and Wyatt Sicks match was horrible. And the fact it kicked off the first official match of the night was bad. I mean, there was really no storyline, no proper build. I know they had some history brewing. I get all that. I know one is a heel, one's another baby face, but I just feel like with this match, even though they lost, you can still lose and still look strong, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. The Wyatt Sicks are losing steam. I know people like the Wyatt Sicks. I like them too, but they are losing steam. They really are. I don't see much of that fire in them like I used to before. I don't see it. Maybe you guys do. I don't. And it's unfortunate, guys. I think one of the things that tore this particular stable down was, for one, when we first heard of it, it was called Wyatt Sicks. And it's Wyatt Sicks. And then we had to sit and wait for their long-awaited debut on WWE Raw. Then there was speculation that they may be on both brands, and it turned out they would just be on one brand, which we know is Monday Night Raw. But yeah, guys, I was not really big on this. I really wasn't. I don't like what's going on with this particular thing between these two stables. I don't see where it's going. How anybody, because as far as I'm concerned, it's really not, and it's just sad. Because a lot of people had high hopes for Wyatt Sicks, including myself, and I really hope that things do get better for Wyatt Sicks, but they're not doing a spectacular thing. Yes, they won some matches against American Made and some other matches. Well, let's be honest, guys. let's be let's call spade a spade here. It's no good here. It's no good. I don't like this stuff. And you know what happens if I don't like stuff it's not growing and it's not going the right direction and it's just stale. You know what happens.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No, you just made the list.
Unfortunately, I like Wyatt Sicks. I really do. But I don't see no real big story building with them. I don't see it. I really don't. And they're just going down the rabbit hole. Unfortunately. Another thing I would say too, while we on the subject of Wyatt Sicks, since they are doing horrible, another thing I want to bring up, they're gonna go down the retribution and Nexus route. They're gonna be I think the way they're going with this, the way it's gonna end up happening, I don't want to happen this way. I really don't want to say this, but and like I said, I like Wyatt Sicks, but I just got a feeling, I have a strange feeling, guys, that I'm gonna end up feeling like my Cole on this one.
Not this way! Not this way! Damn it!
They're gonna end up being another failed stable, and it's gonna go down a retribution and Nexus route. Now, both Nexus and Retribution started off very well in the very beginning. They made some noise. Very well did. But Nexus, we know their downfall was losing at SummerSlam 2010 against Team Nexus, Team Cena, where Cena had to use his politics and get a win, even though he's advised by Jericho and Edge, longtime veterans, not to do so. And to make it worse, Cena even admitted later on he made a big mistake. But we all know that the reason Nexus lost at SummerSlam many years ago, it was due to a politic move by John Cena himself.
Spoken and spun like a true politician. I mean,
this was not good. Didn't turn out well for them. And as you can see, everybody in Nexus, their career really went nowhere. The most promising was Wade Barrett. It's crazy that this guy's an announcer now, and he was supposed to be destined to become WWE champion. And he won the first, NXT rookie vet thing on this reality show. And he won that tournament or contest, I should say. And he was supposed to win the WWE title. I know he had a match against then WWE champion Randy Orton, didn't win. And his career is never the same. And then we have Ryback right there, who was known as Skip Sheffield at the time. He, he was in a very good feud with CM Punk 10 years ago. Fight for the WWE title, Feed Me More. His career, we already know his career went. The most successful actor group, honestly, in this picture of Nexus is Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson, known as. He was a former WWE champion, former world champion, Money in the Bank winner. I want to say Grand Slam Triple Crown winner, former AEW champion now. It's sad what this who could have become. They had a lot of noise at the beginning. Then we have Retribution, which was back in 4 or 5 years ago. Another stable that started off very well. I know Mustafa, they were supposed to push him, catapult his career. He was known as the leader later on, and he turned heel. And we know some of the people that was in that group was Dijak, Mace, T-Bar was his name of Dijak, and Mace, the dude of the Maxim Models. Mace, the other guy. I think that was Maxim Models. I know Mia Yim was in it. I think she was the only girl in that group. And it just didn't go nowhere. It didn't go nowhere at all. You know what happens if I see stuff not going nowhere.
what's gonna happen? No. Words? No, you just made the list.
So this is where Wyatt Sicks, I believe, is going. And it's unfortunate because I like the Wyatt Sicks, like I said before. I just don't see no bright future for this stable. I don't see it. I do not see it. And it sucks because, like I said, we all had high expectations for them. But we got to see what's going to happen next for the stable, for the people in the stable. But that's where they're going. They keep running with this angle. This is what's going to happen to the Wyatt Sicks, and then it's going to be long forgotten. And if you ask me, I think they should get off the whole Wyatt called off. Honor. I know they want to honor Bray Wyatt, continue his legacy, and continue his lineage, continue everything that he's done in the rest of this. I'm not knocking him for that. I'm not knocking WWE for that. But I think it's time to let the Bray Wyatt thing go and move away from that and just start something fresh and new. I'm not saying you can't, show your love and admiration, respect towards Bray Wyatt. But I think this Wyatt Sicks just don't cut it at the end of the day. Bray Wyatt himself was even buried before he died, before he passed away. God rest his soul to Bray Wyatt. Before he passed away, his career didn't go anywhere because he was not pushed for the way he should have been. So it was only a matter of time and fans remember that, and now you got the stable, they're not doing that. Speaking of which, with the stable, Wyatt Sicks, not only is Wyatt Sicks going down the wrong route, I would say Final Testament is getting a taste of that medicine too. That stable's not going anywhere either. I mean, Karrion Kross, former NXT champion, the man is a beast. He's very underrated. I like his work in the ring. I even like his promos. I like his promos too. Ever since he came back to WWE, upon being released, there's no real story for him. First, you pair him up with AOP, who also returned to WWE following release. And they was on SmackDown feud with Bobby Lashley, Street Profits. Not going anywhere. They didn't do nothing. Everybody could really had a one-on-one feud. They didn't. It's more the stables. And then Fontes gets drafted to Raw. Hopefully with the trade window, they go back to SmackDown. I don't know. Then they get paired with The Miz, who's also not doing nothing. He's just pretty much lost in the shuffle since he lost the World Tag Team titles with R-Truth and turned heel on R-Truth. It's just an unlikely pairing of all these people. I believe if you ask me, I think the whole, like I said, Karrion Kross talented, AOP talented too, amazing tag team, former NXT tag team champions. I even like they worked when else with Seth Rollins when he was the Messiah back in the day in 2019. Other than that, though, you put him, Karrion Kross with AOP and Miz, it's just like a mismatch, very unlikely pairing. And I believe it'll be best if they all just went their separate ways. Karrion Kross honestly needs to be a single star. AOP can go be a dominant tag team on their own. They don't really need Karrion Kross. And Miz, I don't know what you're going to do to Miz. Miz is Miz. But this is really not going to do it. And again, you already know how I feel about that.
No. Words? You just made the list.
I don't like to settle on that one bit, but that's where this is going. That's definitely where it's going with the Final Testament and Wyatt Sicks. It's just not doing anything. It's not. These stables are not going anywhere. They're not. It stinks, but that's what they're doing. So we'll see what happens next of that. But I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do next, regardless of the fade. I don't know how they're gonna move with this, but it's just not it. This whole stable is not it. Wyatt Sicks is not it. It's not it. It's not. It's not. I don't think it'll work. It's not gonna work at all. And then another thing, while we're at it, before going to another part, while we're on the subject, another issue with the whole WWE, and I see this alongside not just Raw, but SmackDown as well. And it has to be said, for once, WWE, it's too many stables within the WWE. Look at all these stables. And it's just Monday Night Raw alone. Look at these are all the stables that's on Monday Night Raw. We have the Judgment Day. We have LWO. We have the Wyatt Sicks. We have Pure Fusion Collective. We also have the Damage Control. And of course, what I just mentioned, the Final Testament. That's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you want to include the New Day, 7. You know, Big E's not around right now. He's not around. He's just coping safe. But 6 stables on one show. Do you guys really think that all these stables going to be able to get open every week? I don't care if you're on TV every week. I don't care what you do. This is not going to happen at all. And you know how I feel about it.
You just made the list.
I just don't see if WWE have cut down these stables. Half these stables shouldn't even be here. I know Damage Control, they could break off on their own. Why Final Test could break off on their own. Even the whole LWO's getting old. Judgment Day, I know they're changed through members, but they still stable nonetheless. Honestly, you don't need no more than 3 stables on if it's going to be a 3-hour show. You don't need no 5, 6, 7 stables on one show. It's just too much. You talk about AEW does too much of stuff. So does WWE, and we see that. So that's too many stables. And Triple H, I know he's a man that loves stables, considering he's been in some stables. He's been in DX Evolution, then the whole thing with the McMahon Hemsley regime. He's known for doing that, but he don't have to have that on the show. And I think it's just for stables. Because every stable in this picture or in the company is not be able to get over. They'll not be able to get a shine, a rub, or able to help flourish people's careers. Honestly, you guys think that. Come on, tell me what I'm telling lies on that.
I'm tired of being nice. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
It's just not helping them at all, guys. It's terrible. I don't know what they're going to do next. It's just not doing anything for them. It's not doing anything at all. So I don't like where this is going. But they really need to trim down on these statements a lot. I really hope they do that. Because this is not really helping. So maybe they will. Maybe they won't. I don't know. But this needs to change. So that's a couple things I saw wrong with Raw. But we're not there yet. There's still some more. One thing I do want to mention, another thing I'm going to mention in a second, which I saw wrong with Monday Night Raw this episode. Besides these stables doing the most, having all these stables. Now, I stated that part, but another thing I will mention as well, I see it's too much of. You guys could tell me different. Maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe I could be right about it. I will say, besides all these stables just running around doing too much of it, I'm going to say this too. I did not enjoy this so much on this recent episode of Monday Night Raw. This was a problem for me. And I will say this is another thing I didn't like on Raw. The women's Intercontinental title tournament match was awful. Yes, I said it. It was awful. I didn't like it. I don't. It really didn't do nothing for me. It was so obvious. and I mean obvious who was going to win this match. It was so obvious that if the person did won, that there was going to be some outside interference in this matchup. But this match was just so uncoordinated. I didn't like how they was doing this at all whatsoever. I just was not a fan of it, guys. I wasn't. You can tell me any other different. I don't like how they did this match. The Lyra, Selena, Ivy, very good small win, but you thought on paper it worked. It just was, the crowd was just, it really wasn't a lot, really wasn't saying nothing. And it was so obvious that Lyra Valkyrie was going to do, is going to advance. Come on, Selena Vega not going to advance this tournament. Let's be serious. Ivy now's not going to advance. They're not going to advance this tournament. And also, while we at it, I said it was too many stables. I forgot American made Ivy now, Creed Brothers, and Jack Hands. So notate that. Another stable. So there's so many stables on Raw, I can't keep up with them. But yeah, guys, this match was not. It was. I didn't see anything big about this match. What was so great about this match? I just didn't see it. You guys let me know what was so great about this particular match. That it was superb. I like Lyra Valkyrie getting the ring. Ivy now solid. She okay, but the match was just awful. And you guys know how I feel about that. You guys already know how I feel about that kind of stuff like that happens.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
Yeah, so definitely made the list. I don't like how that's going. But this tournament, and it's the way Triple H set up this tournament. He set all these tournaments up the same way. He always got a triple threat in the first round. Then he has matches later. It's just a rush tournament. But this match was not all that great. Some people really liked the match. They probably thought it was superb. It didn't do nothing for me at all. I thought it was a very subpar, average, almost below average match. One of the worst matches of the night. So I didn't see anything big on that as far as that goes. I didn't see how that could do anything for anything with these women. It elevate anything, didn't really push anybody to the next level so much. At least I didn't see that going on. But these, like I said, Lyra, I'm trying to see how this tournament is going to happen next, what they're going to do with this tournament next. But we're going to look over I'm trying to see how this tournament is going. I know this will not be a tournament that will be concluding at the Saturday Night Main Event. That's only United States title. Only United States title, not so much the Intercontinental, just only United States belt. Now, with that being said, since Lyra Valkyrie won and Dakota Kai won, let's look at the matchup of, if you guys want to look on, we got to see who else is in this tournament. We looked at this before, but I want to look at this again. So let's check out and see how this tournament is going to go down and where is exactly going next. So let's look over that real quick. What's going on? All right, let's look here. We have Dakota Kai won when she defeated Shayna and Katana last week. Lyra Valkyrie just defeated Selena and Ivy. So these two advanced so far. Next week we got the Zoe, Raquel, and Kaden. More likely Raquel's going to advance to that. Let's be real. Here we have Alba, Kyrie, and Natalya. Hopefully Natalya gets the jump on that. Natalya, I'm rooting for to win the tournament. Not Dakota, not Lyra. Now somehow Natalya doesn't make it to the next round and get in the semifinals. Then I'll go for Lyra Valkyrie. Dakota Kai, I don't think she's gonna win. She's injury prone. It comes down, I don't trust her so much. DJ said Raw has no women mid card. No, because majority of them are in stables of tag teams, like I mentioned earlier. This is why, DJ. It's because of this. So all these stables and tag teams. If we can look in this photo, some of the women that's in this tournament is in this photo. Let's see. We got Dakota Kai right there. We got Shayna Baszler that was in it. We have Zoe Stark, Selena Vega. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of women in this picture of a stable of tag team is in this tournament. That's not really a single star. You guys know how I feel about that.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
Not good. Well, yeah, like I said, Dakota and Shayna, they're part of a stable. Katana's part of a tag team. No single stars there. Lyra's the only single star. Selena is a part of a stable. Ivy now is a part of a stable. American Made. Alba Fire, she's part of a tag team. Kairi Zane's part of Damage Control. Nataya's the only single star. Zoe Stark is also part of a stable. King Carter tag team. Raquel Rodriguez only single star. So you tell me that all these 3, 6, 9, 12 women that was in this tournament, we only have 4 real single. No, I'm sorry, 3 real single stars. Raquel Rodriguez, Laura Valkyria, Natalia. That's why this tournament is whack. That's why this tournament's no good. That's why. That's exactly why. Because announcements like this. And again, I gotta put it on notice. This is nasty work out here, guys. Nasty work.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
It's terrible, guys. I don't like it. I don't like this at all. But that is the issues I saw with Monday Night Raw. These are the issues I see. Hopefully they get better. I really hope they do. If they don't, you already know what happens. I'm not going to play it again. But these are the issues I saw wrong with Monday Night Raw. So with that being said, let's move on to bonus round and same time current news as well. This is being talked about. So let's move on to that. Let's get on to the bonus round, guys. We're going to talk about, like I said, Saturday night main events predictions, and they are, yes, they are updated. Let's talk about that in a second. Let's get to that to see what's going on with Saturday night's main event as we know it. Give me 1 second. We'll get this ready. Let's get this going. All right. We're here to talk about bonus round. We got the updated final prediction card of Saturday night's main event. Now, the main event we know is coming up. We got exactly plenty of matches on the card, guys. This is the card. I think the tournament's not on there. I talked about that as well. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, at the fifth, 5, including the tournament finals. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna go over the matches in a second. We're gonna talk about what matches are going to win. Who's gonna win each match? What's it gonna come down to? When it come down to certain people in when it comes to these these matches, and so tournament as well. Like I said, it's gonna be discussed. We will go over it. We're gonna see how this is gonna go. Like I said, I told you guys before that the match card predictions would be updated. I did mention that. I said that's how it will go down. I said that there's going to be some changes made. We're going to see how it's going to go about. Who wins what, who lose what. But we're definitely going to look into that in a second. It's going to be a great event coming up. That's the last one of the year. But let's get in. Other than that, though, we're going to get to that shortly. Now, there'll be no particular order of anything, but I will say the card looks pretty good. I have nothing bad to say about this. And this will be the first main event since 2008. First one since then. Coincidentally, Cody Rhodes was in that one. Now he's the WWE champion. Just wanted to make a note of that. But other than that, though, guys, I got some good predictions, some good scenarios, maybe even some plot twists of what's going on. But we're going to talk about these matches in a second. We're going to talk about who wins what, who loses what, and why this and why that. And like I said, it's the first of the second one. We got another one, like I said, in January next month. Let's not forget about that as well. That will be going on. Other than that, it's going to be some good scenarios here. Like I said before, I don't know how or how not this wouldn't be good on paper. But it's going to be a good one. I will say that. Like I said, we got, 5 matches going on to see who's going to advance what and who do next. And we got some titles defended. We got a total of 3 championship matches at this event. So let's get into it, guys. First off, let's talk about Io Sky versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship. Io Sky has won the opportunity to face Liv Morgan. She won a battle royal. Liv Morgan has been champ close to 6 months now, coming on 6 months. She won a King and a Queen of the Ring by defeating Becky Lynch. Io's been looking real good. Survivor Series with Trash Can Spot, winning matches, getting victories over Bianca Belair, getting victories in other matches. And of course, her and Kairi Sane, great tag team. But will Io Sky defeat Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship when it comes to Saturday main event for this upcoming primetime event? And my prediction has not changed from my early prediction. From my final prediction on this match, again, I have Liv Morgan retaining. Expect Raquel Rodriguez to interfere. Expect to if Rhea Ripley may interfere in this match. You may see Rhea Ripley come out, and it's a possibility she may inadvertently hit Io while she's fighting off Raquel Rodriguez. It costed her the match. And while Io loses and Liv retains, we may get a little animosity feud between Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. I'm just saying. But Liv Morgan will retain this match, and Liv Morgan more likely will go to Royal Rumble as the Women's World Champion, unless she loses at the Netflix episode. I don't see that happening. Or even losing at Saturday night's next main event in January. She more likely is going to head to Royal Rumble in February as the Women's World Champion. That's my prediction on that match. Liv Morgan retains the Women's World Champion against Io Sky. Let's move on to the next match. Now, we know that's the tournament final. Ooh. Give me 1 second. This is it's not this particular one. Let me take that back. Wrong tournament. Excuse me. Wrong tournament, actually. This is not the one I'm talking about. The one I'm talking about in particular. So I told you guys all these tournaments look the same. It's correction. Correction, guys. Little correction. You guys excuse me on that. Excuse me on that. This is not, I'm not talking about the Women's Intercontinental Championship will not be the final will not conclude at Saturday Night Main Event. It will be the United States title. This is the one I was referring to. My mistake on that. Now, we know that right now we have 4 women remaining in the Women's United States Championship Tournament. Bayley, Michigan, Chelsea Green, Tiffany Stratton. When it comes down to it, I think the finals will come down to possibly Bayley and Tiffany Stratton, or maybe Chelsea and Michigan, or Tiffany and Chelsea. Either or, the top 2 women. I have 2 people that may win this tournament and become the inaugural Women's United States champion. If I have to pick any 2 women right now of this tournament that's still remaining, I would say when it comes down to this, for this finals of this tournament, Michigan and Chelsea, and they've never held a singles title ever. Always, never. Tiffany, I know she got the contract. She's held the women's NXT title. Bayley, we already know she's a decorated champion. But when it comes down to it, I think it's going to come down to Bayley or Chelsea Green will win this Women's United States Championship tournament of the finals. They will become the inaugural Women's United States champion. WWE loves to put brand new titles on a baby face or a heel, more likely a baby face, someone with prestige, someone that the company can get behind and trust, that's going to do well by the championship, meaning they'll defend it like a champion, they'll represent the company very well, and they're all about WWE, and that does not explain any more than Bayley. She represents all of that stuff. Chelsea will be a good option too, but I think Chelsea could be a second or third Women's United States champion in the near future. She could defeat Bayley or defeat the person after that, but more likely I see Bayley or Chelsea winning. Tiffany has the contract, doesn't make sense for her to win. Michigan, again, could be the second, third, or fourth champion. She'll win it down the line. I just don't see her being an inaugural champion. So that's my prediction when it comes to the finals of the Women's United States title tournament final. It will be Bayley or Chelsea, mark my words. I got my money on Bayley for the top pick. Chelsea Green, second pick. I like Chelsea, but the companies could trust Bayley more than her due to Bayley's tenure with WWE in the history. So with that being said, let's move on to the next match. We got Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre, 1-on-1. So these guys, we know they're going to do their thing. They're going to have a little matchup. So I know Drew McIntyre, he came back. He was defeated by CM Punk at Bad Blood. He did, however, lose to CM Punk. But they're slowly building Drew back up. Sami Zayn, you did help Bloodline win the War Games match, reunited with the OG Bloodline. Drew don't like that, like the anyone. He still got beef with Punk and Roman Reigns. Now, to build Drew back up and get him back up, because he has been losing past several matches. He lost to Bad Blood and also Bash and Berlin in the strap match. If I had to pick someone to win this match to build the character back up and make story sense-wise, I'm predicting Drew McIntyre will defeat Sami Zayn on a one-on-one match for Saturday night's main event. That's who I got my money on right now. I got Sami losing to Drew, and Drew will win this match. That's how I will do that. That's how I will book that particular match. And Sami Zayn, it could be interference, or Drew could just be built up and he's on a tear. You gotta remember, Drew did hold on to the world title this year for even those 5 minutes. So that's what I have for that one. Drew defeats Sami Zayn one-on-one. So that being said, let's go on to the next match on the card. We got a triple threat match. Another world title defended. This time the World Heavyweight Championship. World champion Gunther is going to defend his World Heavyweight Championship against not one but two men in the names of former world champion Damian Priest and the one that's really been a thorn in his side, Finn Balor. It was originally supposed to be Finn Balor versus Gunther, since Finn Balor loved pushing the envelope and really getting on Adam Pearce's nerves and Gunther's. He decided to make it a triple threat match, and it will be against these three. Now, we know triple threat rules. The champion does not have the advantage. They could lose that championship without being pinned or submitted. However, that's going to work in the challenger's favor, which would be Finn Balor or Damian Priest. Now, Finn, despite all this of Damian Priest being added to the matchup, despite all of that, the thing about it is Finn Balor still looks good. He's, like I say, he's pushed to have a big push in 2025. I seen him win the world title, and I seen him win that Saturday night's main event. So my prediction stands as it was prior. Finn Balor defeats Gunther and Damian Priest in the triple threat match to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. They're really pushing Finn. They really want to put this belt on him. Like I said before, they get a proper run since he won it back in 2016, 8 years ago, with the being the inaugural Universal Champion. And Damian does not need the title right now. He's feuding. He more like gonna feud with Gunther. Expect Kaiser to get involved during this matchup. He will inadvertently screw Gunther, cost him the match. I can see that very well happening. Would not be surprised if it goes down like that. Gunther say he can do everything on his own. Say he'll need Kaiser. Maybe Kaiser may feel some type of way due to the promo that was backstage on Raw. Maybe, Kaiser say, you don't need me. Well, forget it then. If I can't get the IC title, which he feud with Braun Breaker over, you shouldn't keep your world title there. They both will be SOL out of luck.
And that is undisputed.
So I have Gunther losing the world title and Finn Balor winning the world title. Last but not least, we have Cody Rhodes main event. Cody Rhodes, the WWE Undisputed Champion, versus Kevin Owens. They're going to fight for this title. We already know the history. These two started Bad Blood when Kevin Owens attacked Cody Rhodes outside Cody Rhodes' tour bus during the press conference. It's been going off and on ever since. I said I would like Kevin Owens to win this championship and become the new WWE champion. Let's be real, WWE's not going to go in that direction. Cody Rhodes is going to retain, and I'll tell you why he'll retain. Expect Randy Orton to return, since he was taken out by Kevin Owens with the banned pile driver. He will come out, RKO Kevin Owens, costing him the match and to get to the WWE Championship. Randy Orton may cause some friction also with Cody Rhodes, which is a few we may see down the line, especially in 2025. But I do not see Kevin Owens winning this title. I see Cody Rhodes retaining his title, but he will get some help this time from Randy Orton, because Randy Orton has not forgot what Kevin Owens has done to him. He has not forgot the betrayal, the attacks, everything. He will make his mark. He will come back at Saturday night's main event. He's going to make some noise. And then they're going to run the Kevin Owens Randy Orton program. Run that back. Do that one more time, as they really never had an official match. They had one in Bash in Berlin. Did not happen. They just, brawled out. And then later on, I think that SmackDown, Kevin Owens hit the banned pile driver. So him and Randy need a match. Kevin and Randy need a match. Royal Rumble, they may have a match. However they do it, SmackDown, whenever they do it, the next Saturday night's main event, however they do it, Cody is going to retain his title, whether people like it or not. He is the face of the company. He's held to the belt for well over 6 months now. He's the longest reigning champion in WWE right now, and it's destined to have the championship for a year, meaning he'll have it at next year's WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. So that's how that's going to go down. Other than that, though, guys, that's all I have regarding Saturday night's main event final predictions. And this is for 5 matches that's upcoming for the primetime event, not a PLE. So you guys let me know who you have predicted to win each match for Saturday night's main event. I would love to hear it, and I'm going to cover that as well. And there will be a second one January 25th, like I said before. Thank you all for coming out, guys. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Soon to Bills of Public, guys. You guys click the links below. You guys already know.
Like I say this a lot, we're not a sport. We're a movie about a sport, or a TV show about a sport, right? So the interest of all the other.
I feel like the heel turn did wonders for me. There was a sense of reality in that, to where I had hit a point, and the babyface stuff was going great. The Alpha Academy stuff was going great. We had a blast with that. But I'm a realist, and I'm also like a long-term thinker.